What's up, Atiros? Welcome back to the channel. Um, I'm sorry that I'm just devoid of energy. That match put me to sleep. Um, if you're an insomniac, if you're having trouble sleeping, if you got a headache, if you just want a good nighttime kind of somber, watch the first 90 minutes. Just it's only 90 minutes, but it was 92-minute match. Watch the first 90 minutes of that match before the Kai Havertz goal, and I guarantee you it'll put you to sleep. You won't even make it past 45. That match, boring. Boring. Um, bro. I decided to come 10 minutes early just because I just want to get out. There ain't much to talk about. I wanted to get it out the way. I was wrong. I thought it was going to be 1-1. And to be honest, if it weren't for David Raya, it'd have probably been 2-1 to Sporting Lisbon. They had 2 or 3 clear-cut chances, and it just so happens that the one chance that we got, the one good chance we got, we put it away. Kai Havertz, so they can't even be mad at that. But it was a bore fest, bro. It was an absolute bore fest. I said earlier in my first my preview and on the streams that it was going to be a stink fest because this is how we play away from home. We try to stink the joint out, and then eventually, we nick a goal if we can, and we did tonight. I'm speechless, man, and not in a good way. I'm just Martinelli finally found out how to look up. Kai Havertz got a finish, nice composed finish. But it's boring here, bro. It's like I'm devoid of energy because that match was devoid of energy. For 90 minutes, it was just an absolute snooze fest. It was a snore fest. And at points in the match, Sporting Lisbon looked like they were going to get a goal. And we just waited them out and took our chance. I don't know what else to say. I knew that it was going to be a snooze fest. It's just seeing it in person is kind of like, yeah, bro. Anyway, yeah, everyone's probably doing their post-match reaction. I'm going to do mine quickly. I won't be more than 20, 30 minutes because I got work in the morning and I can't be bothered to go through that. Like I would never watch that match again. The highlights I don't even want to watch because I can't remember an Arsenal shot that wasn't straight at the keeper except for the last one. Let's go through player ratings. Let's go through player ratings, bro. All right, I'm gonna tell you guys right now. Everybody in this starting lineup gets a 2 out of 10 except for David Raya. That I'm gonna tell you that right now. I'm gonna go through it, but everybody in the starting lineup gets a 2 out of 10 except for David Raya. That's it. Don't expect anything more from them. David Raya was my man of the match. David Raya made 3 good saves that basically kept it 0-0. I mean, that's his job. But Sporting had their first chance. If he doesn't get anything on that, it's probably a goal. He gets the tip of his fingers on it, hits the bar. The second one was a near post shot, which he gets his hand on and he parries away. And the third one was another shot at him and it bobbles and he just keeps trying to save it and we eventually get it out. David Raya for me, man of the match. I'll give him a 7. Everybody else gets 2s, bro. Ben White spinning in circles. Gabriel Saliba, they were okay. I mean, they were getting kind of caught out a little bit, but I mean, they didn't do much. Calafiori, the wild horse, getting rinsed. Big up Cooper. Cooper said, hard game to watch. We did nothing to. That's what I said, bro. I said, if you're an insomniac, if you're having trouble sleeping, if you can't stay asleep at night, if you're tired of listening to your spouse, you just need a good rest, then watch that match. I promise you, by 30 minutes, you'll be out of there. When you come to, you'll look at it, it'll put you back to sleep. It was absolutely awful. But back to the player ratings. I already told you they got 2s. Zubimendi looks leggy. Rice does what Rice does, man. Rice does what Rice does best. He keeps kind of the midfield ticking. But he didn't do anything spectacular. Odegaard. And Cooper hit it right on the head. Odegaard, that guy is grade A basura. Basura. If you don't know what basura means, you don't speak Spanish, garbage, trash. Bro. Every time this guy shoots the ball, it's either soft or straight to the keeper. Like, it's like he's unable to pick a corner. I don't like the Slay Odegaard because I like the guy. I just don't think he's a captain. I don't think he's our captain. And somebody, I think I was listening to a podcast and they were talking about, what player would you want to see under new manager? And somebody said Odegaard. And I get it. I get wanting to see him under new manager because maybe a new manager will come in here and take the armband off him and say, bro, you're not captain material. You are number 10. Go out there, pass the ball forward. If you can't do that, next year we'll be getting rid of you. That's what I like to see. Cooper said, get that man a one-way bus. Bro, he don't even need a one-way bus ticket. I will drive him where he needs to go for free. I'll use my own gas money. Where you want to go, bro? Spain, Italy, France. We take the Eurotunnel. I'll get you there, bro. Wherever you want to go. Saudi, I can't help you. You got to get your own thing. But if it's in Europe, bro, I'll take you. Bro, and like I said, I like the guy. I was hyped when he got there. The first year he was here, I thought he was amazing. And it's just been regression, bro. And part of it, I think, is the captain's armband. But I'm tired, bro. I can't deal no more, bro. Big up, Cooper. Smash like, subscribe. Yes, please. We are, what? 46 away from 500. So if you're new here, if you're stopping by, just hit the subscribe. It's not hard. It don't cost you nothing. It's free. So yeah. Odegaard isn't good enough to play for Arsenal, bro. I'm just tired of having these. This man is our captain. This man is not only is he our captain, he's our number 10, bro. I put in my group chat, I've seen more liveliness in a nursing home than I saw out there, bro. Our team is so great. Our team is so great at passing the ball sideways and backwards. If you look at us, we do like little flicks, little half turns. We're passing the ball back to the defenders and the goalkeeper. It's beautiful. Passing the ball forward, they're just like, I don't know, But passing the ball backwards, like it's beautiful, right? Bro, I'm tired of this, bro. I'm tired, Grandpa. But yeah. I think it's Arteta, Martinelli, Odegaard, Saka get worse. Every attacker, bro. Trossard, electric for Brighton. Boy, looking like Kung Fu Panda running in quicksand. Martinelli, the man looks like today I called him Gabe Martin. Gabe Martin. Saka's lost his hamstrings. Madueke. I don't know about Jesus. His scoring isn't his best attribute. Donkey Kai, can get a goal every now and then, as we saw tonight. And Gyökeres, I mean, if he doesn't get service, he's basically doing cardio for 90 minutes. So, yeah, I think it's Arteta as well. Big up the good doc. You said great movement from Martinelli though, and what a first touch from Kai. Yeah, man, the goal was great. I haven't even gotten to rating them dudes, but the entire starting lineup get twos except for I already said this. Madueke, a lot of falling over. He got a couple corners. That's it. Trossard, I remember touching the ball. That's it. Gyökeres, I don't even remember touching the ball because he wasn't getting service. Imagine returning to the place where he scored 100 goals, and I don't even remember you having a shot on goal. So, yeah, bro. Twos for a lot of them. Let me move this real quick. As far as the guys who came on, I'm just going to say Kai Havertz, Martinelli, they get sixes for both of them. Brian Ray, nobody high. David Ray got a 7. He's my man of the match. They get sixes for the goal and the assist. Max Dowman also gets a 6 for coming out there and running. And he was also taking people on. The kid's fearless, bro. The kid's fearless. He also becomes the youngest person to play in the quarterfinal of the Champions League, which is great for him. But I'm not gonna rate him low because he's 16. He's never getting a low rating from me. No lower than a 5, 6 or whatever. Because I think that he's young, he's raw, but he's trying to do something. He came out of the gate swinging when a lot of his older counterparts just kind of strolled and were absolute dog poo. So, yeah, bro. 6 for Dowman. And yeah, man, that's it for me. That's the lineup, bro. I don't even want to talk about him. I just think that it was shambolic, if we're being honest. So yeah, big up everybody in the chat. Cooper said Arteta's gonna try winning by only defending. Arteta ball is crap, and like I said before, I think Arteta's whole thing was to keep it close, and then try to take a couple of last minute shots to hope to get a goal and go away with a lead. We did that. And the thing that is going to annoy me is the fact that the top gooners and the Arteta lovers are going to come out and say, he had a great game plan. That was always the plan. No, it wasn't, bro. We stunk out the joint. We were just absolutely shambolic, bro. It's not like we were trash. And I hate people who spin a narrative, bro. That match put me to sleep. I was working on thumbnails, checking emails. Garbage, bro. Garbage. I don't even know what else to say, bro. I don't know what else to say. We got a 1-0 lead going back home. Next week, Wednesday, we'll be back home. And to be fair, bro, we'll probably get through. Sporting Lisbon, but I want you guys in the chat to be completely honest. Do you believe that playing football this way will beat Barcelona or Atletico Madrid? I do not, because I think Sporting weren't that great tonight, and they still had more chances than I remember us having. Now, imagine you put Pedri and Gavi, and you put Lewandowski and Lamine Yamal, like, broski. If Ben White Calafiore spinning like Beyblades tonight, bro, the Camp Nou with Yamin, bro, it could be long, bro. No. I'm speechless. I don't even know what to say. What's up, social? Hey man, we didn't lose. A lot of guys predicted loss. I predicted a draw. No one predicted a win though. Oh no, you guys did predict wins. I'm sorry. You said 2-1 Arsenal, I think. I don't know. My mind is gone. Like I don't even know what to think about because for 90 minutes of that match, I was thoughtless. I was like I don't know what I was watching. I was watching a whole bunch of us just kind of passing the ball backwards and sideways. Sporting Lisbon getting the ball up the pitch. And if it weren't for David Raya, I think that match could have gotten out of hand. Like, and we were talking about in the group chat, bro, like, if that had been Kepa in goal, we'd be down 3-0, bro. David Raya is arms and legs above anything else we have a goalkeeper, and that guy has saved us today. David Raya has saved us today because if that first goal goes in, it is long, bro. It's long. Social said this is how Mikel wants all his game. I was watching Bayern versus Madrid at the same time. Much more fun game. Yeah, I told you I was doing side quests, man. I had it on. We had it on the Prime Video, and yeah, I was doing thumbnails and coming up with ideas for shows, man. Like I was just there wasn't much to look at. Like it wasn't like I was missing us making chances. Like I look up, oh, we're recycling it back in midfield. Okay. Oh, it's back to that right in the back line. All right, Sporting have the ball. Oh, they're getting up the pitch. Okay. Like that's literally what, bro. The sad thing about it, when you think about it, is there are Arsenal fans who took their last breath during that match. That's morbid, but it's true. Imagine the last thing you see, you turn on the Arsenal, you in your bed, and the last thing you saw was the first 45 minutes. You didn't even get to see the winner. Crazy. But yeah, man, that's it. Everybody gets twos except for Diarrhea. And then the three substitutes. Yeah, three substitutes, Dowman, Martinelli, and Kai Havertz. They get sixes. And yeah. Shosa said, just a nothing game. Only conclusion I have is if Otis on, nothing's happening, sub him off and the ball goes for it. Bro, the one thing that sucks is Odegaard is here and he's getting subbed off. But then we don't have Eza to put on. I think this is a match where Eza would do a little bit more. And like I said, with Max Diamond coming on, he showed a little bit more. He got a little bit more forward. And yeah, man, it was great. It was great to see a young kid come out there and actually try to do something. You know what I'm saying? So when you have a young kid who yeah, he's losing the ball. You're gonna lose the ball, right? But when you have a young kid who's willing to go forward and take risk, and your captain, the guy wearing the armband, the guy supposed to be leading your team, sees an alley that he can pass to his striker, and because it's a risky pass, I'll turn around and go backwards. Bro, what do you think that puts through the players around him, bro? If your captain is playing scared, how do you think that drifts through the team? Every time Max Dowman comes on, or we start going forward, we score. We score because these guys are fearless. We have the attack and the creativity to produce. But when Martin Odegaard, everybody's got their hands in the pocket and they're scared. Jack said, great goal. Only time Martinelli actually became creative. We scored. The answer is letting the players be creative and take risks. I think it's half on the players and also half on the manager. But this is the thing that I think people don't take into consideration, right? If I've been playing a certain type or a certain style for 90% of the time, and then the manager is like, okay, guys, I want you to do something opposite. Muscle memory is everything. So you get used in your head to being like, no, because the 90, the 9 other times out of 10 that I did this, I was getting yelled at. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's all over the joint. You know what I'm saying? It's mentality thing, and our mentality for our players is gone, bro, in my opinion. Because this manager has been micromanaging them for 3 years, and now you're saying, okay, I need to win the league, go B4, and you're just like, they have no ideas because you coached them out of them. Sosa said assist came from the left side. We don't even bother to play. I think you meant left side and right side. We don't even bother to play down. Amazing when you use full sides of the pit. Yeah, bro. Oh, it's a side that we don't even bother to play from. You know, when Odegaard is on the pitch, it's always going right, bro. That guy rarely goes left. He always goes right. And I remember going to the match, and I told my mate, like, bro, watch him. He would go right 90% of the time. But yeah, it's trash, bro. Once Odegaard comes off, we always look better. And I had people telling me that he's been poor form because he had a baby, like he gave birth. He's been poor form because he was injured. He's been poor form because his mental health. He's got things going on. It's like, bro, it's every excuse in the book. Maybe he's just poor form because he's in poor form. That's it. Like, there doesn't need to be an excuse, bro. You're just not playing well. That's it. End all be all. So yeah. The good doctor said 2 is a bit harsh on Nani, to be honest. He was our only outlet. Could have gotten their left back book sent off, but he didn't. He didn't. Like, coulda, woulda, shoulda. He didn't. Like, I'll give him a 3 just because you made the point, but he ain't getting higher than that. I think our entire starting lineup sucked, bro. Like, they suck. I can't, and then you have halftime, but great job. We just need to play our game. Our game sucks, right? And this is the thing, right? It looks good. Yeah, it's halftime. We'll go home. We'll probably nick another goal. It'll be over. Bro, playing like this against Barcelona, we about to get spanked, bro. I hope y'all enjoy it. I hope you enjoy winning the last minute. And this is the thing, bro. I didn't even get excited for the goal. I was like, oh, good goal. Like, because 90 minutes, I've been drained of my energy. The Arsenal vampires sucked the energy out of me. By the time the goal came, I was like, oh, we actually won. Look at that. So, yeah. I'm apathetic. I said already, I'm apathetic. Sporting Lisbon, they could have had 3. David Raya saved us. And I think that might just be the nail in the coffin. I don't think they'll come away from home and beat us. I mean, we saw what happened with Bodo. Bodo beat them pretty comfortably away from home. And then they went back to Lisbon, and then that's when they kind of put everything on them. We won't be like that. So I think we'll get through versus Sporting. Bro, as I told you guys, I do this because I'm a YouTube channel and I cover Arsenal. But realistically, bro, I do not care about the Champions League. And that sounds terrible. I don't care about it, bro. Right now, I want the Prem. I want the 7 matches in the Prem. I want to win 5 of them and lift the trophy. I can't think about the Champions League because we got knocked out by Southampton. We got, knocked out by a Manchester City team that people were telling me were the worst Manchester City team we've seen in 5 years. So I'm not even thinking about Champions League. I enjoyed tonight. We won, great, but I'm worried about Bournemouth. That's my focus is already at Bournemouth because I want to win the league. I don't. This is a little consequence to me, to be honest. Social John said all of our players could. Nani did not sprint, knee issue. The man's legs are gone. Oda went off knee. Tross come off calf. Rice was done after 60. with like a cartoon boat with patches. Yeah, bro. We just, you know what I'm saying, get some of the spray on it, rub it a little bit, and hope for the best, bro. That is what it is. American Brother said, well, that wasn't Barcelona one match at a time. Yeah, I'm over this match already, to be fair. I'm just doing the match. And I've even got the wrong background up. That's how crazy it is. Like, I just can't be bothered. Let me change it now that I've recognized. Oh, Rican reaction. There you go, guys. Sorry. It's terrible, bro. I apologize. I just it's draining, bro. Watching this team is draining. Watching this team, it's today could have been for me so much better than what it was. If we had beaten Southampton and we won this match, I would have been gassed on here. But I feel so devoid of energy and so lifeless, bro, because I've been seeing the same thing, bro. We're not playing well. Yes, we're getting the results, but we saw this earlier in the season when we were playing this backwards sideways and then getting results. That always runs out, bro. Against a better team, it always gets found out. We saw it against Manchester City. They were the better team. So, I mean, I'm moaning, and it's just a continuation of the earlier moan, but Social Giants said Social Joints said we don't put in crosses anytime. All of our wingers stop, cut back, pass backwards. Ain't no goals coming. Bro, you got a striker who just needs the ball given to him in an area where he can have a shot, and we don't do that. We take 64,000 touches to recycle the ball backwards, to take shots outside of the box or the edge of the box that are nowhere close or right to the keeper, bro. Like, what? Instead of taking them goofy shots, give the ball to the striker and see if he can actually make something happen. You know, when Martinelli puts that ball over top and actually finds it, and this is the thing, right? How many times would Gyökeres have made a run like that and nobody picked him out? But then Havertz comes on, he makes a run, he gets picked out, he scores a goal. Now everybody's gonna say, "Oh, Havertz should start. Havertz should start." Nah, bench Gyökeres. Havertz is gonna be the guy to take us forward. We'll see the same thing. Him miss big chances, him not get over the line. Bro, we've seen this story before, bro. So I'm not even get out of bent out of shape about it, man. Best up, Joggons. Thank you for stopping by. He said we definitely need to win on Saturday. Indeed. That's all I can focus on, man. That's the match that I'm thinking about. That's the match. After tonight's match, you know, it's crazy. I always say I do the kid shows and I do the Waffle House to get my mind off of Arsenal. I'm going to need another one. I might do one tomorrow night. I might do one on Friday. I need something to get my mind off of just the way we played tonight, bro. I know the results matter, but it's not sustainable. I said this in December. I said this in January. And, yep, it makes you feel good now. But when you play a better team like we saw against Manchester City and they don't fall for the okie doke, then you get embarrassed. So I'm just waiting for what's next. Rick said, I'm so glad I didn't go to that match. Bro, I already told you. I was offered to go to the home match. I said, no, thank you. I don't want to go, bro. I don't want to spend my hard-earned money to sit there for 90 minutes bored out of my socks. Like I was against Everton. I've already done it this season. I was there against Everton, bro. See, this is apathy. This is just me being, it is what it is. Against Everton, I was fuming for 85 minutes. Bro, I was 48, bro. Sweat, everything coming because I was like, I can't believe I paid my money to watch that. And then guess what? We won because Max Dowman comes on again. He tries hard. People start pushing the ball forward. We score. Max Dowman effect. I'll give it Max Dowman. Did I say, hey, you gotta look after yourself, take care. If Football Manager taught me anything, is that there are no easy games in the Champions League. Take the result, move on. You don't get a trophy for stop. Yeah, man. The result is important and it's great. But like I said earlier, there's some Arsenal fans who took their last breath watching the first 45 minutes. Pure sadness, bro. We can't even get good football, but we got the result in the end. So said that goal was weird because Sporting was doubling up on guy. I don't know what their center back's doing, just leaving gaps. I don't think they expected Martinelli to put a cross in for the left. And that's probably what it is, to be honest. That's probably what it is, to be honest. They probably thought that, if you watch Martinelli, if you've watched our team, them kind of balls don't happen. So they're probably thinking, bro, they're going to keep it on the ground. They're going to recycle it sideways. And they got caught out. Good finish by Kai Havertz. Don't get me wrong. That's a good finish by Kai Havertz. It was nice and composed. Great composure. But I don't know, man. For me, it was like, yes, we scored. And that was it. That was it. I usually I scream and I celebrate. Nah, man. Good job, guys. Rick said, I'm going to next week game. I'm not. I'm not interested, bro. I'm not interested in spending my money to go watch Arsenal in person anymore. And that sounds terrible, but it costs me, a couple hundred to go watch when I do go watch. And I'd rather just save my couple $100 and sit in the comfort of my house where my wife has cooked for me. I get a nice warm cup of tea, and I get to watch Arsenal on my couch in my beanbag. So, yeah, I don't have to be out in the cold. I don't have to run to catch trains. I don't have to do none of that. I can just sit in the comfort of my house. And that sounds terrible because other people don't get opportunities to watch matches. It's just me. I'm not going to pay my hard-earned money to do it. As I said, the next match I'm going to go to is the one that we either A, win the league, or we somehow scam our way into the Champions League final, and then I'll be like, maybe I'll go to Budapest. But that's probably not going to happen. So it's probably the one where we scam the league, to be fair. Godfrey said, rare Martinelli IQ moment. You know what, Godfrey, on Martinelli, there was a time like 4 years ago, maybe, early Martinelli and Saka, where people were having conversations on which one was better. They were talking about, Real Madrid and Barcelona coming in for these guys. Saka's got no legs and Martinelli's got no brain. Like, it's almost like the Wizard of Oz, bro. You know what I'm saying? Saka's got no legs, Martinelli's got no brain, and Odegaard's got no heart. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's what it is. So, and Dorothy is Arteta, apparently, because you want to follow the yellow brick road to second place. That's what it is. So, what annoys me is everyone seems to attack us. 4 saves from Ryan, 2-3 passes. Meanwhile, we are out there romancing the ball for one limb shot. How is it so easy for others? Bro, this is what I said. Like, this guy, they call this man Pillowfoot, Odegaard. Is it against the rules of the game or the Arsenal tactics to aim for a corner of the goal? Is it hard to do that? All of our shots seem to be right. Like, all of our shots seem to be right at the goalkeeper. Can we try a top bin, a bottom corner? I mean, I'd rather you miss it by a couple yards and just keep flicking it at the goalkeeper, bro. Same here. Just glad we scammed the win. We moved. That was terrible. Yeah, I'm already thinking about the next game, to be fair. But on this social, John, right? Like, our thing is, we need control Like, our manager is all about control. That's why I can guarantee you that Max Dowman, from losing the ball a couple times, is probably going to get a bollock. Like, we just like to make the. There was a time when Wenger was here where we did it as well. Like, we'd make 5 million passes and you just be like, just shoot the ball. Just shoot the ball. And that's the one thing that, of all the things he could have taken from Arsene Wenger, it seems like that's the one thing that Mikel Arteta has taken. Let's make 64,000 passes into the box instead of, bro, just shoot. And the crazy thing is, TP5, you know who I'm talking about, that guy used to shoot pigeons all the time. He would just crack it from outside the box. He made a couple. Granit Xhaka the same. Just crack a couple shots from outside the box. Maybe you make it. But now, bro, pass. Pass. Oh, here we go. You got a shot. Oh, it's at the goalkeeper. I could have saved that. So, yeah. Under better coaching, most of these players go at level. If Arsenal was coaching, bro, we had this discussion in the group chat. If Arsene Wenger was coaching this team, we'd be clear in the league. The one thing that Arsene had an issue with was the defensive midfield and the defense. We fixed that. Mikel Arteta's fixed that, and I give him 100% credit. You know, he's gotten Declan Rice, he's gotten Zubimendi, he's got an amazing back line and a great goalkeeper. But now, what's going on with the attack? Those dudes, as I said, they could not hit water if they fell off the Titanic. And that ship sank. They would just float over the water. You wouldn't even need lifeboats. They just float over the water. They wouldn't touch it. So, yeah. Good, I said. Who's Toto? Win the dog. Which the good dog actually said, yeah, win the dog is Toto. How did he manage to get that shot so wrong? Odegaard, bro. Odegaard in the last match literally kicked the ball off himself. He shot off of himself, and it just, I can't deal. By the way, I don't want to hear about Serge Gyökeres. I saw several opportunities that Gyökeres was spotted in the middle of the 6-yard box. He was missing the action. This is the thing, though, with Gyökeres being in the 6-yard box. Our manager doesn't like our strikers to be in the box, like, and to hang around the box. We've seen it. He likes them to drop deep, because that's what Kai Havertz does. That's what Jesus does, right? These guys have to drop deep and play this false 9 type. That's not what he is, bro. So, Jack, I don't know. I don't know what to say about our attackers anymore. He said Kepa would have died today. Rise, excellent goalkeeper and backfield general, very vocal, organizing the defense. Listen, David Raya saved us 3 goals. I said it at the beginning of the thing. He saved us 3 goals. The first goal, that would have changed the whole outcome of the match, because if that goal goes in, then we're down 1-0 and we probably just poo ourselves, because you know us. And then the second one, near post, he gets it out. And the third one, it looks like a little bit of a scramble. He keeps going. We finally get the ball out. So, yeah, I mean, Raya kept us in the match, and we ended up winning. So, solid performance from Raya and the substitutes. Everybody else get 2s, except for Nani Madueke, who we said gets a 3. I'm not finding Europe and not seeing Arsenal. Yeah, man, good on you. Good. I think, man, get a match program, walk through the army. Not the army, the armory. Get you a couple kits, because that'll be the most exciting thing you probably see, bro, to be fair. You know what? We do play a little bit better at home, but enjoy it, man. Enjoy the experience. Enjoy watching them, and hope for the best. Arsenal better win next week. Don't hold your breath, my bro. Don't hold your breath. We probably will, but like I said, I remember the Europa League losing to these lot on penalties. I was in Copenhagen. I keep saying the Champions League, but it's the Europa League just because we're in the Champions League now. I forget. I try to forget about the Europa League as much as I can, because we probably should have won it at least once and we didn't. The good guy said any goalkeeper should be vocal. They can see the whole pitch, but credit Raya, he was excellent. Yeah, Raya's kept us out of doo-doo most of the campaign. Part of me thinks if we had just gone with Riot in the 2 games that we played, right, Kepa, then I think that we probably would have had a better account of ourselves. But you can't cry over spilled milk, and Kepa's a bum. So there we go. Fun fact: Mikel doesn't rate Arsene Wenger. It's just football he couldn't do as a player. Football he can't coach. Everton background. Yeah, we talked about it earlier, man. He's David Moyes. I bet you him and David Moyes will get on. He should go back to being his assistant, probably, or go to being his assistant, because apparently Arteta was the manager as a player, and he would make a great manager. Look at us now, we scamming. So excuse me. Only plays Gyökeres scores in the box. Dude doesn't dribble and shoot. No, he can't do it. It's not his game. It's not his game to hold the ball up. It's not his game to kind of run. Like, he runs on to through passes. You know, if he can take a half turn in the box and shoot it, he'll probably will. But he's not Haaland, bro. You know what I'm saying? He's a better Norwegian Lukaku, in my opinion. It is what it is. On a serious note, does Arteta think we played well tonight? I'm concerned he views today as a huge win. This is what I said earlier, Rick, man, because it was a late goal and we were on the road. This is what I said earlier. Our entire game plan was tonight was to do what we did. Stink out the joint, nick a goal, take it back home. We did it in the last leg. We did it, in the last tie that we had in the Champions League. We did the same thing. We stunk out the joint. We drew. We came back home and then we beat them. And I think that's always the game plan. Except this time we got, the early goal. Oh, we got the late goal. Sorry, we got the late goal early in the tie as far as the first leg. And now we're going to the second leg. We really ain't got to work that hard. They got to come and score too, to beat us. So I think that was always the game plan. But boring Arsenal, bro. So said TNT just showed the highlights, and all they showed was Riot save, Niners crossbar corner, and the goal. That was it. There ain't nothing to watch, bro. I'm telling you. Social, if you having a tough time sleeping, if you can't get to sleep, if you having a tough time staying asleep, watch the first 45 minutes. I promise you will be out like a light. No medication required. I guarantee it. Just sleep. Boring. Godfrey says Gyökeres is never in that type of strike. He needs to be on the move in the counter attack, but we don't do that here at Arsenal. This is a thing that this is another problem I have with modern managers, and I put that guy Rossinier in there as well. These guys love their system instead of utilizing the players that they have. And that's something that makes Pep Guardiola so great. People said when Pep Guardiola had this false nine thing that we copied and tried to win the league with, he got Haaland, and people said, oh, Haaland's not going to work because Pep doesn't play that way. Pep changed the system. The guy scored 40 goals. So he changed the system based on the personnel he had. That's it. That's what good managers do, man. The system's not everything. The players that you have, your job as a manager is to get the best out of those players. And we're just so focused on playing the way Arteta wants to play. Your players ain't good at it, and they're exhausted. Try something different. Arteta thinks he did great today, just like against Everton when he was a 16-year-old. Say this at the 87 minute. Those are not great coaching when just playing League Cup, playing 8. Yeah, bro. Boring. I'm bored. Listen, this stream is the most exciting thing that Arsenal has done today. This stream, talking to you guys. Because watching that match, bro, it's 93 minutes of my life that I cannot get back. Big up, Fraley. Was so stinking, but I'm happy because I predicted 2-0 Sporting. A lot of people predicted Sport to win. I predicted a draw. And it would have been that, but David Raya turned to Superman. As you said, Raz saved our butt that game. And Bunnery just watched like, yeah, bro. Yeah, you don't need that. Just sleeping, bro. Yeah, bro. I'm about to fall asleep now. My wife said definitely was snoozing that first half, bro. I was looking at her. I was looking at my wife more than I was looking at the man. There was nothing to look at. It was literally just pass. Oh, we got it's right to the keeper. Oh, Sporting Lisbon, they've gotten 3 passes. They're over the top. Barely. Ryan saved this again. That was it, bro. Other than that, bro, snoozing. Absolute snooze fest. Didn't need it. No, bro, you don't need nothing. Glock had a 3-cam system at Sporting. Glock had people servicing him, bro. Only positive Suarez will miss the home game. Will he? So I think they said there was an error. The striker, I think that said that was an error that he didn't get booked earlier in the game. So, yeah. Freddie said my first Arsenal game won't be able to watch on the weekend, and I don't know how I'm gonna survive. Going to a funeral, so I can't really whip my phone out. My condolences. I'm sorry to hear that. Funerals suck. But yeah, man, just I would just go and say I'm just so overwhelmed, and then go to the toilet and watch the highlights. I'm just saying. But yeah, my condolences though. I work in the deaf business, so yeah, I know how tough it can be. So my condolences. But say where they they say he got booked early, and then the commentators was like, they asked the FIFA guy, and they were like, it was just a mistake. I don't know where that came, but they said it was a mistake. I think he's playing the next one, and I think they have a midfielder coming back that was suspended as well when they're starting midfielder. So maybe be exciting for my guy Rick, man. As long as we win. Did I clear my inbox during that match? Yes. But as long as we win, I don't care. And I said that, man. That's been one of the things that I've said. I don't care how we do as long as we win. But I've changed my tune with this competition. Because I don't think we'll win the Champions League. So at this point, I kind of want to see us do a little bit better, because I ultimately don't think we'll win anyway. When it comes to the Prem, that's how I feel about the Prem. Do not care how it takes. Hook, crook, ugly, beautiful. 3 points is 3 points. That's how I want to win the Prem. I believe the Prem is very winnable. We can beat Bournemouth. That puts us still 9 points. And then if we draw at the Etihad, then I think there's a chance. So yeah. He said they would have Human back, so Trentau will go wide, so Ben White might get cooked. Ben White is leggy too, bro. He's been playing a little bit trash, but he's been a little bit leggy. He's been a little, bro. I think the home leg will be a lot better watch, because I think Sporting will come out and play us, and I think they'll nick a goal, and then we'll have to actually get out of second gear. But yeah, Fraley said, "Nah, man, they do, but in the circle life and would have wanted me to watch them." Yeah, man, just nip to the toilet. You know what I'm saying? Just nip to the toilet, man. I remember my mom's funeral. It was I was cracking jokes, man, because my mom was a joker. So I was at my mom's funeral. I was cracking jokes. But that's how she was. She was a Puerto Rican, so she had a strong sense of humor. But yeah, just crack jokes. We still crack jokes. And she would have liked that, bro. So yeah. Now it was Morita that got booked. Yeah. I'm ticked off because we could have had a trophy by now if Arteta played competent players. If he had played a competent system, if he had allowed the players to say, listen, it's the Carabao Cup. We have nothing to lose. I want you guys to go out there and give me 1,000%. If we lose the ball, who cares? We win, who cares? You know what I'm saying? But we didn't do that. We played like we were playing for a draw in a final. So, yeah, terrible. Fred said, honestly, that Bournemouth game is make or break for the top. Yeah, it very much is. If we lose that game and City win their game, then now you're looking at 6 points. And if we're going to lose it at Etihad, they're 3 points behind us with the game in hand. They win that game. They're level. And I think they have a better goal difference. And once City get level with us, once City overtake us, we are not catching them. We have not shown at any point we can catch City. We have to be in front of them. We have to have a lead and just be steady and hold on to it. If we go level with City, it is over. Pack it up. Good night. Prepare for next season. Bro, we had players in the red zone. We wouldn't have found out if national medical team didn't send them back home. I don't know why these players can't just drop out and say played injured. This is the thing, and I talked about this social, right? I talked about this. This is the conundrum that the players will have because I get it because I love my country. You know, as you guys can see, Puerto Rico, I love them, right? So those guys want to play for their team and they want to ensure that they're going to the World Cup because the World Cup's every 4 years. And with the hamstrings these guys on, they might not make it to the next one, especially if this guy's in charge. Somebody like Victor Gyökeres, I get him going because, you know, Sweden were trying to get into the World Cup. They've gotten in now. But as a national team player, you want to go and just ensure that, okay, hey, boss, I'm on fumes, but I still got something. I still got a little something to give. Like, please take me to the World Cup. You know what I'm saying? Please take me to the World Cup. The fact that the thing that I love, and like you said, we found out because the national medical teams were saying these guys came injured, right? These guys came injured. And before, all the top goons and the Arteta lovers were like, they're not injured. They're not injured. They're fine. They're okay. And now the national team has come out because the national team doesn't have to do anything for Arsenal. They don't care. They don't have to mince their words. They don't have to be like, oh, let's protect Arsenal. We don't care about Arsenal. We care about the national team. You send us these players injured because you're working them into the red zone. You notice how you didn't hear any of the news outlets or Top Gun say anything about that? They shifted and said, oh, it's a masterclass by Arteta because he's either keeping guys back or they said, oh, they're faking and they're not really injured. But guess what? Saka's still out. Timber's still out. And Odegaard couldn't even go a full 90 minutes. So I know what you meant, Fraley, playing Raya over Kepa. I get it. I'm over that as well. Terrible squad management. But that's something that I've gotten against Mikel Arteta for a long time. So I'm not really surprised. So said City win all their remaining game, they will squeeze past Chelsea. Yeah. I believe that now. And I said that when they were drawing. I said City can still go on a run. And people are like, nah, they're drawing games. I said, all it takes is for us to slip up once and City will say we still have an opportunity. Bro, Bernardo Silva even came out and said, if we had won our game and they had lost to Liverpool, they would have prioritized the Champions League because they'd have thought the league was over. and we let them come back into it. And like Fraley said, we've bottled an 8-point lead. We at 9 points now, and we still got to play them. Now, if we had gotten this 9-point lead and we didn't have to play City, I'd be more confident. But we struggled against Sporting Lisbon away from home. We struggled against City at Wembley. We struggled against Southampton away from home. You really believe we're going to go to the Etihad and have a great performance? No, we're going to do this that we saw tonight. Except City will have more chances. Haaland will have a chance to put it away, or Nico O'Reilly or whatever. They'll put their chances away, and then we'll be talking about the league zone. So, but I'm still predicting that we win the league, and that might be contradictory. That might be flip-flop, whatever you want to call it. The delusional part of me says we'll still win the league because, honestly, for myself, my own mental health, my own just everything, I cannot stand Arsenal to lose the league again 4 times in a row. We basically become the Buffalo Bills of English football. So, yeah. Wouldn't put it past him to lose the last 3 games or the easy ones. Yeah, man. But see, this is what I said as well. If City go in front of us and they get a 3-point lead, we'll win every game. Watch West Ham take points off us. Yeah. Leverkusen. Yeah, Leverkusen. Oh, it's just, bro. We know that we play trash away from home, but the one match that we cannot play trash against home is the Etihad. And I've put off talking about it. I haven't mentioned it because I can't see Leverkusen. I mean, we couldn't score against Liverpool as well, and everybody was scoring against Liverpool. But yeah, and this is exactly right, Fraley. I think he'll go for the draw as well. The issue is Manchester City. You can't outfox the master by playing pragmatic and scared. Once you play scared, Pep knows, bro. The Blue Sharks are back. So that's what I feel. And I don't know if this is just a continuation of earlier. But I should be happier, bro. I didn't even do my TikTok thing, which I'll probably do it later. Because it's an hour. I usually do TikTok and I hop on here, bro. I just wanted to get this over with. I just wanted to get this over with because this game, it was great that we won, but in the grand scheme of how I'm thinking, I can't even be excited for it, bro, because I only care about the league. I want the league. Now, Bournemouth, when I do my pre-match Bournemouth, I'm gassed. I'm going all in. I'll have the kit. I'll be wavy. And then if we lose against Bournemouth, I'll be back down to earth again. I'll be going through Dabda. But right now, we beat Sporting. So, yay. He's throwing away so many games. Sunderland, Chelsea, 10 men. I can list 5 more. Yeah, bro, we could go on for days. I mean, that's just this year. Top Gooners were gas, so we beat a team PSG couldn't beat. Wow. Bro, of course. Of course. Oh, they beat PSG at home. We're the first team to beat them at home. Oh, that's great. Yeah, bro. We had a scumbag to win. If they were more clinical, it'd be different. But if buts and maybes, you can say that about any game. So we earned the win. We scammed it. We earned the win. We got it. And good on us. Good on us. One thing I will say though, and this is like my last bit because I've been on an hour. I'm gonna go to sleep. Set pieces don't work anymore for us. Set pieces do not work anymore for us. We do not look great at set pieces anymore. And you know what's interesting about that? I haven't seen Nicholas Jover. Because you remember when we scoring set pieces, it'd be like Mikel Arteta, Pan, niggas in there. Like, I ain't seen that guy. Where's he at? Why is our set? Where's our long throw coach? The one that we apparently hired to help us with long throws. I mean, even the commentators were saying, bro, the commentators came out, bro, and they're so cheeky with how they say things. The commentators came out and was like, yeah, Arsenal's score is most likely to be from a set piece. Even they know we can't produce anything. And the goal that we produced was nice, but it's not something we'll replicate. I think it's it's like the Zubimendi volley, the like these are goals that are great that we won't reproduce. Like we won't lob that over. It won't be a thing that we do so often to try to get people in. It's one of those things that we needed something. Martinelli took a shot in the dark, it came off, and that was it. So yeah, bro. That's where I'm at. But as I said, man, I'm happy we won. I'm apathetic to the whole kind of experience because it was a 90-minute bore fest. It was tough to watch. It was hard in the eyes. I look like I'm looking down, but I'm really like my eyes are open. I'm really just exhausted from watching that. So yeah, bro, that's it. Arsenal won. Sporting Lisbon 0. We got out of Lisbon with the win. We're coming back to the Emirates next week, Wednesday. I will be there. Not there physically, but I will be here with my pregame and my postgame. Social said basically that play for the goal should have happened all game, but that's the only one cross in and we scored. There's no other crosses. Yeah, bro. Desperation. We play desperate, and sometimes it comes off, sometimes it doesn't. Against Southampton, it didn't come off. Against City, it didn't come off. Today, it came off. That's how we've been playing all season. Try. And yeah. We are a one-trick pony, and we didn't do that against Southampton. You know what's crazy? I promise this will be the last thing like. The crazy thing is, we should be excited. We should be excited about how we won this match. I'm not excited, bro. I'm not excited. And if that means that I'm negative, then I guess I'm just negative. I guess that I'm a negative Nancy. I'm a negative Nelly. You can call it Senor Negativo. But it's tough, man. Like, it's hard for me to be excited when I spent 90 minutes of that match bored out of my mind and upset that, like, Sporting Lisbon are there for the taking, bro. And we got the win. But I don't see us winning the Champions League, so it is what it is. Good win. Come back to the Emirates, we'll probably win again, and then Barcelona will show us how to play football. The only thing I can focus on now is Bournemouth, and I will be back. I'm contemplating doing another kit show or the part 3 of my kit show on Friday. We'll see how my wife. So yeah, he said, "Big up, G. Have a good night." Was showing my mom Fabio's hairline most of the game. Yeah, bro. Just I was doing all kinds. I told you, thumbnails. I was checking emails. I was making sure everything was good. Like I got ideas and stuff for shows. That's what I was doing. It was. Oh, sorry, Gabby's hairline. Sorry, I thought you meant Fabio over here. I said I don't know what's happened to his hairline, but it is what it is. But yeah, listen, Gabby's hairline is the biggest comeback Arsenal's ever had. Second biggest, because Rob Holding's hairline, Holdinho, that man's hairline made a comeback. That man's hairline remontada, bro. Because Rob Holding was missing it, bro. That man's got locks now. He's got luscious hair. Gabby as well. Gabby got the straight joint. But boy, before Gabby had the bro, it was tough. It was tough. Yeah, bro. That remontada with that hairline, bro. That thing was rough. And he got the teeth done as well. You saying Donovan? Nah. Landon. Bro, everybody getting the hair done, bro. They getting that hair back. It's all right. It's cool. They getting the Chris. That's what I'm lucky. I got a whole lot of hair, bro. I need to get it redone, but I got a whole lot of hair. And I'm getting tired of it, but I have to enjoy it because there's some people out there that don't have hair. So he wearing a wig now. That's terrible. He gave up. Go turkey, bro. You got turkey money, bro. It's all right. But yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna call it a night on that. We hit an hour. It's 11 p.m. here in the UK, and I got work tomorrow. And my wife probably waiting for me to get off the joint because I do record next to the bed, so it's time for me to go. As always, as I tell you guys, I hope that everything you want to happen happens. I hope everything that's taken away from you disappears. I hope that the rest of your week is good. We still got Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Still recovering from the Easter and all that. And still recovering from the Arsenal. But I hope that the rest of your week is good. I hope that all of the things that are good for you happen. And in closing, and finally, I hope that the Arsenal make us proud. The Arsenal show up on the weekend and help us beat Bournemouth and that we can celebrate a title. I'll end it with the same bit. Come on, you Gunners. Oh, actually, timeout. I got to redo that. Timeout. I didn't shout out the people that actually stopped by. See my head going. Big up Fraley. Big up Social Johns. Big up the American brother. Big up Jack Swagger. Big up Godfrey. Big up my boy Rick Jar. Big up Jagons was in here as well. Big up Cooper. And lastly, but not leastly, big up the First Lady, the love of my life, my right-hand man, my wife, Mrs. Gunarican. But yes, once again, I hope you guys have a great night. I hope that everything that you need to happen happens. I hope that you get rid of everything that you don't need. And I hope that the next time that we speak, it's in better spirits. I hope that the next time that we talk, we're having a good time. We're laughing. We're talking good things in Arsenal. And we're a little bit less depressed than we were before. So take it easy. Have a good night. And as always, come on, you Gunners.